Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video. It's been a while, hasn't it? Well, I've just been trying to get on with life. But, well, it seems like I still have plenty of time on my hands, so... I'll go through some of the footage that I've saved up over these past few months and videos that I've actually had sitting for a while. And you'll see them here on the channel again. But today I'm bringing you, if I remember right, this actually might be truly my first War Thunder gameplay video. And this is actually a really very good one. This is, to date, my best result in air realistic battle. And in fact, just the realistic battles in general. So, it's pretty good. As you see here, we are in Operation Battle for Bastogne. So we are playing as the British. And we are going in a Hawker Mark II-B tropical the tropical variant. That just generally means that it's lighter weight and generally has a little bit more firepower. Well, actually, it's not so much lighter weight, but it does have more firepower because you're not supposed to stay in theater that long. You're supposed to get in and out because it's tropical. You're gonna overheat your engine much quicker. Hey, that's what it does. So, this is the moment where I noticed that this is actually a 6v6 battle. This is 6v6 PvE. Sorry, PvP, not PvE. But PvP. So, I'm just checking to see where everybody else is, and the 6th guy is above me, as you can see there. So, this is going to be this is going to be an American and British fight versus the Italians and the Germans. Good proper World War II fight, you know. Now, a quick word on the Hawker Hurricane 2 Tropical here. This has 12 machine guns, 12 Browning 1919s chambered in 303 British. So I have a lot of firepower. I hit hard when I hit, let's be fair. Now, this could be just me having bad skill, and I'm not gonna dissuade you from that point or belief. As you can see here, I'm making my target selections here. I'm looking at those two Stukas going, oh boy, this is not gonna be fun. And the Wellington seems not to believe in maybe hold up there. And first casualty comes in now. First person dead, at least. We've had casualties on the ground in terms of targets bombed. Now, what you're gonna see me here do is a little bit of a dive to try to meet this guy, because I don't know if he's gonna be good. I fire a couple of bursts, does nothing. I'm gonna stall it if I don't get out of this, so I leave it. And just look at him, just going, well, shit. Now, below me, so the smoke trail disappear. I see it is a Yak 1. That little cross in front of it tells you that it is a German Yak 1. Yak 1s are Russian, but the Germans did capture them when they went all out in Barbarossa. So this is a captured, quote-unquote, Yakovlev. By the way, keep an eye on the Firefly that just popped up in the lower right. What he's doing. This guy's killing AI because, hey, why not? Something to do. Fireman burst. A couple of hits in there. Not many. Now, I'll say this about a hurricane. It's a sturdy old beast, but it's not enough, in my mind, to win a turn fight. And I know it's not going to win a turn fight. Now, I'm just making sure that my 6 is still safe. I tried to get there, I couldn't. I was trying to bring it back, I couldn't. And because we're so low to the ground, we're only about 2,000, 3,000 feet. Here comes friendly. Let's see what he's gonna do. And I thought that was at me, so I turned it. See him there. Coming for the pass. We, for the most part, miss. He does get at the leading edge of my tail plane. One of the Junkers has killed our B-34, and I'm checking that Messerschmitt to make sure that BF-19 isn't coming to kill me. And that yak has the speed advantage on me. I will never be able to catch him. And he knows it, so, and I know, and I'm trying to figure out, well, what's my next option. And then I notice I'm out of friendlies, basically. It's just me and my guy in the 820. So it's like, oh no. Now, good news, it's a one-on-one now, basically, for me and everybody else here, so I can fight this. Now, I get very lucky here, by the way, that he keeps on missing his shots, because by all rights, he should have killed me. And I got lucky. I'm not even gonna lie, I got lucky. Although these next ones are more skilled. I'm checking to see where my guy's going. And it looks pretty good there. I saw him in the mini-map, and I saw him behind me. That's why I was like, nope. See, that's the guy who killed the B-34, that's why he's smoking so much. I would love to check behind me, and I do. And this is a about. I see him. I know I can't hit that. Or I could, technically, but I'm not comfortable with it. I see the Ju-88 is coming to help the Ju-87. So, as I say, I've got a Stuka and a super Stuka coming up, and I'm like, oh boy. And I'm more worried about you coming in for pass, and I go in. I'm lucky to only get 2 basically scrapes there. The yak somehow crashes, I'm assuming? I still kind of don't know. I nearly crashed it. And on pass, I was way too tight. I nearly eat shite and take the trees with me. Now this is where I take some decent amount of damage, but I'm fine. And the good news is, since they're doing one-on-one passes, I can do this. You can see that I'm leading it kind of a lot. It's the trailing. A little bit of flaps to make sure that I stay up, and we're good. And you see, now he's on my 6. He's sitting on my 6. And he's not hitting anything either. Keep in mind, he's actually faster than me. The only thing that I have going for me is I'm more maneuverable. And I've got enough training in a hurricane to know. I'm leaving my flaps down here because I need the thing. Now this is where I decide to pick them up. I can outturn him. I can outturn him, and he's actually choosing to let that go in favor of swapping to his Stinger. I'm trying to get there, but only issue. You maneuver your plane, you don't maneuver your man. This is where I'm looking around, it's like, I can in theory get an ace here. I can get it the original war ace here. And then I see the guy! Unfortunately, I'm too slow to make it. I would have loved to have shot underneath, but I couldn't. I've now taken enough damage that I'm saying, well, screw it. I'm going to go ahead and rest out. Honest to God, I probably could have turned around and engined up to see if I could catch up, or I could do what I sometimes do, which is place shots high and far and hope that the guy flies into them as they land and do an intercepting path like that, but it's not worth it. My guns are set to more or less converge at the official standard for a lot of military rifles, machine guns, both on the ground and air in the air in the air. Well, obviously rifles are are on the ground, but you know what I mean. And that was 300 meters, or more accurately, about about 900 feet, more or less. And that's what I've got my Hurricane set to. It's at 300 meters, more or less 900 feet.
The enemy is winning. We must counterattack.
So this is going to be a very anticlimactic thing, because I'm hoping. And actually, I was checking there to see how much time do we have left, and I was like, oh, we got 15 minutes left. Oh, cool. So bring the engine down. I was debating, do I put my gear down or up right now? Because I'm not exactly in the correct orientation for the landing strip, and I decided, no, I'll put them down, and I'll glide it in. I'll turn in and glide. Now I should have dropped, no, I'll be dropping my flaps in just a second here. Right there. It's giving me the warning about high speed, don't worry about it. I'm bringing back up my flaps for a second there because I was like, ooh, I'm gonna be losing too much speed and I'm gonna crash it. Nope, we're good. Now, yeah, you see that my plane is now lurching back to being level now that I've re-raised my flaps. It said asymmetric because one of them is missing. So one side has more lift than the other, so that'll completely throw me off. Now this is a very textbook landing. It's not a Jingles landing, it's a really good landing. Now at this point that we're close enough to the ground that doesn't matter, I can place it down there. And we are good. In the game before this, or in a game before this, not the game before this actually, but in a game before this, I did a very, very short landing. I mean, barely a third of the runway used. And I'm very proud of that one. The plane just kind of sat down and didn't move anywhere else.
We need to put more pressure
This one,
on the enemy. They're winning.
I'd rather take up the entire runway if I need it. So here's me thinking, alright, I'll repair. I'll get everything, I'll get up back into the sky. Right? This will all be good. I'll get the bomber and I'll get me my ace. And then that happens. There are no active players left on the enemy team. He didn't die. I believe he left. Because you see, War Thunder is like this, of if you crash your plane on the runway, it still tells you that you crashed, so you lose your life there, and good luck. But well, what a way to come back, huh? With a giant boatload of medals. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Please stay tuned for more, and please do remember that nothing in this world is without sin.